Okay, this is Real Life Live. We're back. We're talking football today. Like it says, we talk football too. We play fantasy football, not as well as we play fantasy baseball, but we do play it. So, but we love our football here, and it is football season. So, today we're going to talk about a couple of games here, and early because they're starting off early this week in Germany, So we'll talk about that. But the game is Miami versus Kansas City. Dolphins, Chiefs. And they're both 6-2, but it's basically a neutral game. So. Me myself, I think the Chiefs are going to win the game. I think Mahomes is going to outperform Tua, who's having a pretty good year. He will be a Pro Bowl player if he continues and stays healthy. But we know what Mahomes is, and he's been a little underperforming, last 2-3 weeks. So I think he's going to come out today and perform very well, and they'll win the game. So that's what I think. Don't don't take my word as gospel. Excuse me. When we're talking football, so I think the Chiefs will win because of the quarterback, matchup. He'll outperform. That's what I think today. But Tua is a good quarterback and sometimes a great quarterback and can be a great quarterback. But as far as that game early coming up, I'm going to go with the Chiefs on that game, and they're both 6-2, so, it'll be a good game. They got some more games today. Seattle at Baltimore, they're playing the Ravens, and I would say, I would think the Ravens will win that game, and I mean, Arizona, really, they're having just a bad year, and well, Arizona's having a bad year, but I'm sorry, but they're not playing Baltimore. That's Seattle, but and in Seattle, so that's my bad on that. Seattle's having a good year, so that'll be a good matchup. But I'm saying Baltimore, I think they'll prevail in this, and they'll win the game. It'll be a tough game, and Seattle might win the game. So, I wouldn't. I'm not saying Baltimore for sure, but at home, I think they'll play well at home. So, and another game that I was looking at, I looked at the Bears and the Saints game. The 2-6 Bears in New Orleans to play the 4-4 Saints. I think it's going to be a surprise. I think the Bears have played a lot better than you might think they're going to play. I think I like Fields, by the way, but he's still, he comes and goes, but he's a very good talent, so he might come out and play a good game today, and that's what I'm saying. It's up and down a lot of times in these NFL games. He might come out, have a good game, and Carr, he struggles. You know, he's inconsistent. You see what I'm saying? He might come out not playing well. So with that game, I would think you might have a surprise coming up in that Chicago New Orleans game. You know, so where I'm looking at the let's see the Buccaneers and the Texans. 2, 3, and 4 teams with Texas being at home. You know, and they're and of course Texas riding up a wave now. You know, with the Rangers winning that World Series. You know, so I would say there will be some good vibes down there with the Texans today. You know, so I think they'll win the game, and I like the young quarterback as well. So, you know, I'll go with the Texans on that one because it's the time. It's the times, with the Rangers winning and all. So everybody's riding high, and hey, they're gonna ride that momentum, that wave. I'm sorry, to win this game. So Texans beating Tampa. Okay, with the I see the okay, Minnesota, Atlanta, 4-4. You know, 2, 4, and 4 teams. But hey, Cousins, he's out. You know, towards Achilles. You know, he's out. So they'll suffer some a downgrade with the offense on that. You know, with his injury. So with that being said, that quarterback for Atlanta, not that impressive. I would say that's I don't know. I'm not really all that interested in that game, but if I had to pick, if I had to pick one, I'm sorry. At home, Atlanta, so and now I want to see. I want to look at this. I'm looking at this interesting game here. 3-5 Washington versus the Patriots. New England 2-6. And so with this game, I think Washington's going to win the game. So it's a toss up, but I like the quarterback matchup. I like Sam Howell. He's playing well. Young. And Matt Jones. I don't know. He's the they had a lot of good quarterbacks coming out of Alabama. I think he's the least of those quarterbacks that came out of there. Young, Tua, Hurts, all that. So I think with this game, I think that's going to be like a surprise, but not a big surprise if Washington wins that game. And I like the way that young quarterback throws the ball around. He spreads it around. So I think and all the magic is worn off with New England. Every time they won their share of championships and all that. So but that's over. So but this is today, and this is 2023, and they're not going to the playoffs. So with that being said, I think they'll get beat in their game. So we're talking a little football this morning, and I'm preparing myself for, just to look at this game and just to see what I'm, see, and I think we're talking about the early game with the Kansas City Miami game. I think, like I said, Mahomes, he'll rebound, and he'll play well, and they'll win the game. Uh, and we're gonna be talking football a lot, you know. And we, like I said, we do love our baseball, but it's the football season, and Chompy likes his football, so he says he loves his football. I believe it, So we're gonna talk our football, and we'll be back today, with a little preview or whatever, and talk about a little bit. We'll talk a little bit more football a little bit later, but we're going to get ready today for the early game coming up, and we'll be back. And good talking to you early on the NFL Sunday. Okay, we'll be back.